Let's be honest, we all mess things up in the kitchen from time to time, but that's why I'm going to give you my list of do's and don'ts in the kitchen. And if you can follow this list, then your time in the kitchen is going to be smooth sailing. Tip number 1, do soften your butter before baking. This is going to make your life a lot easier. It'll incorporate into whatever you're baking nice and easy, and you won't have to have any fuss and muss. Don't expect to be able to work with your butter straight out of the fridge. Number 2, do read your recipe ahead of time. You don't want to be blindsided by anything in that recipe you weren't prepared for, like a really long cooking time, an ingredient you don't have, or a technique you don't know how to do, because that's going to completely throw you off. Don't try to fly by the seat of your pants when you're cooking. If you try to just read through the recipe for the very first time while you're actually in the process of cooking, that's just asking for a disaster to happen. Okay, that's done now. Bake for an hour? I'm hungry now. Number 3, do wait for stuff to cool off when it comes out of the oven or comes off of the stove before you try to taste test it. I know that sounds like a no-brainer, but when you see that hot, fresh food, your mind's going to shut down completely and you're just going to be like, oh, I want that now. And you aren't even going to register the fact that it's probably steaming hot. Okay. Son of a... Don't lose patience and try to eat that cookie hot off the tray. Just give it a minute to cool. A minute, and then you can enjoy. Do incorporate dry ingredients slowly into wet ingredients. Whenever you're making a batter for something, whether it's cookie dough, cake batter, brownie batter, whatever, don't try to incorporate all the dry stuff into the wet stuff at the same time, or you're going to have an explosion in your kitchen. Trust me, I know from experience. Alright, we're going to beat this at a very low speed. Do keep an eye on your food when it is cooking. I know you think you can sneak away for a couple seconds. I swear, the second you leave the kitchen, the food is just like, now it can turn black and ruin everybody's life. You'd be surprised what can happen in a matter of minutes. So don't leave your food unattended while it's cooking. Okay, chocolate's melting nicely. I'm just gonna go quick put something on TV. Why is this hurting? I don't feel for a second. Do cook at the level you're comfortable with. If you're a beginner, then work with that. You shouldn't try to put yourself out of your comfort element. And if you are really talented, then you should work with that as well. Embrace it and show people what you're made of. Don't try to cook something you know you can't handle. If you've just started cooking, you shouldn't be trying to multitask with 50 different things at once. You'll make yourself insane. Please don't burn! Okay, so that's my do's and don'ts for now. There are millions of more we could talk about, and we probably will in the future. But for now, I think that's a good start. I hope this helps. A lot of it's common sense, but I think common sense is the stuff we often forget about most of the time. One of the best things you can do to improve as a cook is to cook more. And my website, thesmartcookiecook.com, has tons of delicious recipes that will blow your mind, and they're all fairly simple, great for beginners, but there's also some more complicated stuff for people who know what they're doing. So give it a try, because it's the only way you're going to get better. And you should subscribe to my YouTube channel, because watching my videos is also really going to help you learn. Seeing the actual cooking done in front of you is going to help you pick up visually on that technique. I will see you next week for a new video. Until then, I'm Colleen Gerstein, the Smart Cookie Cook.